13.6. He'll need about 4 feet less than that when he throws.
Mike it on the pin.
13
on the pin, please. Bring it to the pin.
The best part is she has no idea. No. 14.4. 1.4? Yeah, 14.4. Yeah. You guys could get that then. Yep. That 14's there, yeah.
Still want it on the pin.
Line's good. Yep. Yep. 13.1. Still big. Looks really good. He hit the line. Cool.
Saving it up for the game.
Yeah, wait a tough, man. What do we do? Sorry, I tried.
from that side.
Yep.
Control. Yep. Close, line's okay. Close, yep. Oh, boy. Come on. Wait out.
That moved a lot. And I told him, he was like, is it down? I was like, no, he's actually on the ball. That's right. Control started a little bit more. Yeah. We've been,
It's all right.
we've been trying to get it down. I think it's down the middle, gives 90. Yep.
Here. Hit flop.
They're going to go around. Yeah. I know. I like the hit.
Control.
You'll have fun to draw around it. Yep. Over the line. Yep. Yep, stay on it.
John. Hold. Hold slow. Hold.
Yeah. I'll give you a little more.
Let's go.
Close. Clean. 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 Chunk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep trying to get that guard.
I mean, that's not terrible, but we'll try to get here.
Yeah.
Control.
Yeah. I like this one. Yeah. Personally.
Clean. Clean. Kev. Oh.
I think I just found it.
John checking the audio.
Yeah, well, we're looking for the microphones, and it wasn't necessarily coming up.
Definitely on now. It definitely is.
I think your mic's on too.
Checking the audio.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not only just headphones, but the actual
Microphone.
yeah the microphone.
Microphones.
The microphones were not working, so now we're yeah. Yep. Nope.
I like the race.
So real quick,
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're just checking
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
It's off the Texas shootout here at the Denver Curling. The Rocky Mountain.
We can just both pack
No,
that in.
I don't think it's funny. I can't hear myself now. Can I hear?
We can just both tuck in this. Which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
So give me the YouTube feed.
Same that. Yep. Yeah. Because if we split, we're maybe. Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just now checking in with the AV. Apologies on the delay for the commentary. I know many of y'all are checking in just for that. I am Kenny Cook. My co-commentator, Tony Cott, is beautiful, wonderful in commentary, not that great at audio technology. So we're kicking things off here well into the first end of the Texas Shootout, brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Curling Invitational. Invites only, right, Tony?
Invitational.
Invites only.
Invitational only.
And these two teams here were invited. We've got Team Segovia, hailing out of Houston, Texas, versus Team Sando, RIP Nick Myers, as he has been replaced this week with much of a chagrin, much to his dismay. But we have Team Sando here in throwing skip stones with their lead, John Lambert, second, Kevin Roberts, and who's that third?
Sean Franey.
Sean Franey.
Sean Franey
Frane.
Sean Franey is a local DCC curler who is filling in for Nick Myers, but letting Lath take controls, being that this is a DFW team, but Sean Franey is most definitely helping them out.
that's some inception stuff there. So skip stones now on the first end as we bring you to the action on sheet B. As I mentioned, first end, we've got skip Julie Segovia with her first stone, and they are sitting second shot. That might actually be out the back of the house, so open draw. Going to try and curl behind that guard on the front left. And this looks a little heavy. Both sweepers agreeing with me that they're not going to touch it. They need this to slow down. This might even be a hit to that back stone on the right, but this is going to probably drift a little too much. Going to tick it, but not get enough and go through. Not a great result for what Segovia was looking for here. But again, early on in the game, and the skips are just trying to figure out the ice.
Rebecca's hanging out.
What can I do for you, sir?
There might be another set of headphones around here. Maybe in a brown cord? You sounded great, though, on the audio. Not gonna lie, Kenny.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've been told.
Kenny sounded good. As long as you can hear me,
I can hear you.
and then I can hear you. Yeah.
Late Sando now with first of his skip stones. If y'all are joining in late, similar to your commentators, you would have missed the fact that these teams both did a draw to the button to decide who was closest for Hammer. Sando being the one that was closer of the two, so they do have Hammer in the first end. This will be the first of his two skip stones. Quick reminder to everybody that is joining in on the YouTube live feed. Shout out to every single one of you. If y'all have any questions, commentary, compliments, any and all, live chat is there.
We're here, Kenny. We're here for all the questions.
All the questions. We provide most of the answers.
Is this Lace first stone?
This
Lace
is first stone. Out of the hand, the sweepers like the way they're really just giving it a little bit of love. Trying to do a draw behind that guard that's sitting top, just a 3 guard. Outside, you want to get across. It looks like it's going to over curl and wreck on that guard. Might split, might even get a promotion 2 in, and that is exactly what it's going to do. My goodness. What a lovely, I call that a happy miss from the Bob Ross family there.
That's absolutely the
That's
Bob Ross.
That's a happy miss. So aim small, miss small, as Mel Gibson would say from The Patriot.
Hey.
Phenomenal movie, by the way. They are sitting 1 and 2 in the top 12. Also got one sitting there just behind T-line on the back corner on the edge of the 8. Segovia got a dilly of a pickle. Immediately having a lot of pressure put on from Sando and the team.
Yeah. It's all right. You got it.
So as I mentioned, Sando sitting 1, 2, and 3. Segovia, a couple of rocks there she can go hide under, right, Tony? I think that's going to be the call there is not necessarily hit, but maybe just go park behind something.
I think when you get to this particular point, I think you're
Mitigating damage?
Yep, 100%. They have, 1, 2, 3 in the house. Is that back yellow biting? That would be the question.
I don't think it is, based off of the
It's out of the camera view.
Camera view.
Yeah,
You know,
like,
maybe a little bit of wiggle of the
it's
camera
close.
next time. Shout out to DCC.
Yeah, it's
you know,
a little close here.
some constructive feedback. So it looks like they're going to do, well, I couldn't tell you. On this line call here, it could be a draw to down, freeze down on that back shot to cut down the damage. Or it could be a hit and asking for a roll. So we'll see out of the hand if this is going to be upweight or not.
I think the freeze is the call here, going for the chicken, but the frozen chicken once again.
The frozen chicken of the Rocky Mountain Curling Invitational. It's awarded to the individuals that call for a freeze and then execute on said freeze. Now that's exactly what they're doing. Is they're trying to go down there and hit that rock. They don't want to knock this out.
If your team Sando right here,
You're feeling pretty good.
if this is a good freeze, there's not much you can do with that yellow stone.
She did promote it. There's
Yeah.
a little bit of real estate between that and the backing, so there is an opportunity to hit stick for 4.
Yeesh. Yeah.
Eesh,
yeah,
indeed.
Yeah.
Eesh, indeed.
There's absolutely no doubt about that. But once again,
That is shot stone, so we'll give him that much.
Yeah.
Segovia with a nice draw. Nice little tap. That was
Here you come.
that
Yep.
was full back 12, and they were probably asking for back 8.
So here's something that your wife never likes to hear, Kenny, but I think you are right. They're going for like this little chip out right here
There you go.
to cut it out of there.
Just tell me when
They-
I'm right. That's
yeah.
all I need to hear. Much appreciated, Tony.
They do this. This might even jam on that back yellow.
That's exactly
5
what
for
I was
4,
thinking.
but it for sure gets him 3. So 2. It's gonna be close. This
For
is
sure, does not for sure get him 3. They've got to move this yellow stone because that is shot rock. Out of the hand, John Lambert on the outside, really sweeping to try and hold the line. This does have to curl. That is up weight. Now they switch. Kevin Roberts with directional sweeping. He's trying to get it to curl. They're going to get a piece of it. It's not going to stick, but they will get the rock, and they will spill.
guess
and
how
that
many?
is going to be for 3.
Go ahead and say it, Kenny.
Tony Damas.
Yeah.
Checking in. Tony Damas.
I am right.
You, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, after the first in, the action's coming at you. The Texas Shootout is now being dubbed. Sando with the hammer takes advantage right out of the gates with a 3-banger.
3-bagger.
A 3-banger bagger.
Yeah, 3. Now, a quick shout out while we're here, Kenny.
We got lots of shout-outs
Yeah.
to make throughout this evening.
Yep.
But go ahead with the first, please.
Rocky Mountain Curling Invitational brought to you by Denver Curling Club.
Denver Curling Club, got to tell you, Tony, has really rolled out the red carpet for us. Just been top-notch all the way around.
Would not be happening without all the volunteers,
Tons,
ice crew,
tons.
Bartenders.
Bartenders,
Yeah.
indeed. I highly appreciate those. This
Yeah.
commentator in particular has really been leaning on those.
All the food, all the drinks, everything being good. If you are in the Denver area, tomorrow is a fundraiser for the
Is it
Denver
now?
Junior Curling Association or Curling Club, whatever they may be. Mm-hmm. But it's a breakfast starting at 7 a.m.
Oof.
Donation only, basically. Donation biased. All the Denver junior curlers, their family is bringing a potluck breakfast. It's a family-friendly bunch of kids. Gets great support every year, but basically this money goes to all the Denver juniors and their curling experience throughout the year. So go to Bonspiels, get them equipment, get them everything that they need.
Love it.
Camps are great.
Love it. Rumor has it that the banana bread is alone worth the price of admission.
You don't even know.
The $10.
You don't even know.
There have been
wait,
numerous conversations around the Denver Curling Club over the last couple of days about this potluck and in particular the
Wait
banana
until-
bread.
Yeah, the banana bread. The banana bread brought to you in part by Nancy Mull.
Man.
That's
There you go.
Second to
there's
none.
a couple of oohs and ahs around the commentary booth here, just clarifying.
Second
John
to none.
Lambert now coming back to the action on sheet B with a little bit of a bobble.
Are we curling? We're
A
curling,
little bit of
yeah.
a bobble there from John Lambert, but I think he sacrifices the body for the goodness of the stone, and it's right on line. He's going to hit. He's going to miss. Oh, what a really nice shot from John Lambert. Leeds can hit too. Leeds can hit too, Tony.
They got that in them.
They got that in him.
Yeah.
John Lambert with a really good 2-1 punch, as we've been dubbing it now, where you draw in first and then try and throw a guard. That one
That's
more
the delayed
that
guard.
more of the jab cross right there. Pretty nice. Delayed guard. Yeah. So he ends up splitting the house there. They are, as you can see on your screen, back 4 and back 8 weight. Looks like Segovia is trying to put something. We might get ourselves a chicken. This is
No.
flirting with a chicken.
No. Over curling.
It's going to overcurl just a scotch. That was lead from Team Segovia, Jess. Just a scotch overcurled there. I don't even think that was a weight thing. That might have been just a little bit of a line call. Both these skips still figuring out the ice this early on in the game. That's to be expected.
Kenny, I apologize for being a little quiet on the microphone here, but I am looking around the sheets and the other games that we got going on.
Yeah.
There is some surprises going on right now.
Are there now?
Yes. Team Sobering is beating Team Stevenson 3-0 after one.
Wow.
4-0. Thank you for that, Rebecca.
A hard
Yeah.
whoa from Skip
Yeah.
late Sando as he tells John
Yeah,
Lambert,
yeah.
get the heck off it.
Yeah.
This rock does need to curl.
Kovac.
It's going to curl.
Yeah.
It's going to get a piece of it, but that definitely did not hit the side of the stone they were wanting. They were
Kovac is up 3-0.
They were hoping to get across. They were hoping to get across the nose. Instead, they were sitting on the. They hit it on the outside, rolled out, knocked out their own. So a little bit of an opportunity here for Segovia now. A lot of rocks behind T line, which without hammer you don't want to see.
Traditionally not.
So we got a second from Team Segovia, Heather Cook, known by Heat. Stepping up. The sweepers are giving it a little bit of love. They're not really pounding it, so the weight's probably going to be pretty close, but this does need to snap. This might be a cluck chicken moment. It's going to overcurl just a scotch.
Again, another overcurl.
Bit of an overcurl. Not bad. Not bad. Looking at it here live from the Denver Curling Club behind the glass. Looks like that's maybe about 3-4 inches sitting outside from straight line up. Maybe even just squared up. Overall, a pretty good shot from second Heather Cook.
Yeah, you take that. Kevin
That is that double there.
Roberts is, I don't know. That's a long way.
That is an aggressive double, but Kevin Roberts throwing a lot of weight. They're going to try and do something here.
Ooh,
John
they
Lambert
hold
is
that
sweeping,
line.
but
They're not gonna make
that rock is
double.
curling. That rock is curling way
Right
too
to
much.
the jam. And we're gonna get the
This
jam.
might be a jam.
Nope, they got enough angle. Oh, we got the jam.
It didn't
They
jam.
lost their own.
They lost their own, but he did stick around. So they're not going to be too terribly upset with the outcome of that. That is going to be sitting just above T-line. Julie Segovia kind of likes probably the setup that she's got right here. And we're with second Heather Cook and second Stone going to try and draw all the way across center line. And preferably, my guess is be top four. Angle freeze is probably the call, yeah?
Well, they'll have to go ahead and be careful on the late snap. I was going ahead and officiating in YOG last weekend, and it's just at this point now
That it's really got to turn.
It really is going to start to snap, and so they're pulling it, and
It's not going to snap enough. It's more of a.
well, did they get shot
They're
or second? They might be.
taking a look. I think that's going to be second. Nope, that's going to be. Let's see. So
what have they
doing a quick little status update here. If we're looking at the sheet from the top down view, it looks like that rock that's Leigh Sando standing right behind is going to be shot, and so they're going to go after that, obviously. Vice Stone's coming up here in the second end. This is going to be Sean, local Denver legend, if you will. He's going to need this to do that patented Denver snap for it to get all the way to the nose, and it's exactly what it's going to do. Going to nose a little tip of the broom up to the sky, and thanking the curling gods for that late action on the stone as they get their hit.
I mean, Segovia is set up for a soft 2 right now, as long as we don't see any mistakes.
That's correct. As long as they can kind of keep doing what they're trying to do here. If there's not any big misses here, and I'll tell you what, Alyssa Parks, vice for Team Segovia, has been lights out for the last couple of days. So I would expect this to be close.
Well, I do know that I believe this is the team that won the women's clubs out of the our region.
It would be Arena Nationals.
No, they do the competition here for MACA for club nationals too.
They did play. They did not win
They
that.
didn't win. Okay,
No,
so
they,
I'm just thinking of them because I met them while I was officiating.
correct.
For playdowns.
This team Segovia has been around for a few years. A couple of new faces. They've done a couple of change-ups, but continually
Parks is
very competitive.
Yeah.
And,
Segovia and Parks being together.
Correct. So, end result of that one is a little bit lighter than what they wanted. That's going to be sitting there halfway across the top 12, half out. So, not shot stone. You're the best.
So
You're the best.
That last Yellowstone coming up short, I think, is kind of going to be a little bit of a complication for Team Segovia getting
Absolutely.
their easy two.
They
really needed to go ahead and get rid of that back red one, freeze to it, and essentially
or at the very least,
absolute
outsit it. Outsit it. Yep. So they're gonna. So Sando obviously taking advantage of that door that creaked ajar. There is an opportunity now, and they are now sitting 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, we definitely saw that Sando went ahead and took advantage of Segovia Team Segovia coming up short here. They're drawing in. I do like drawing you down.
I got to be honest, I think you're exactly right from the line call that we've got. Looks like they're going to try the same shot again.
Is this the same thrower?
Correct. It's the Vice, Alyssa Parks with the second stone. The sweepers think that it's all there. Oh, and Segovia calls her on.
It's going to start snapping. We see it crossing that center now. And Eric takes off. Are they going to get past that?
They're
Keep
past
going,
the
keep going, keep going,
Oh
keep
my
going.
gosh,
Go,
it's
go,
a
go,
beauty.
go, go, go,
It's a
go.
dadgum beauty.
Oh,
And a
does
really
that-
nice.
We're good, maybe a foot short of a perfect freeze, but that is
That's a
nice
beauty
and
of a
pretty.
shot there.
We do have
There is a little smidge of that stone sticking out. If you're sitting in the hack, I think you might see about 2 or 3 inches of that shot
Is he
stone
thinking a raise?
sticking out. They are discussing whether or not they're going to go after it or go for that Yellowstone sitting there at the top 12. Looks like they're going to settle for going for the top, maybe even for a double. And I got to tell you, Rebecca, you know what we do for doubles?
We drink?
We drink for doubles.
Ooh,
So-
I don't know. I kind of
The crowd's starting to get a little bit antsy. The crowd's starting to get a little bit antsy sitting behind sheet B. Skip Lay Sando, first stone here. Settles himself into the hack. This line is a tight line, so we expect this to be full control, even normal.
He's going to have to put the weight on that for it to be able
For
to
to
hold that line.
Also expect to see John Lambert get on it right away. Sure does. John Lambert with his patented heavy sweeping capability. He's holding it. It does want to
I think
curl.
it'll be the single,
Can
but
he
I don't
hold
think
it?
it's
Can
a
he
bolt.
hold it? He does hold it enough to get that top stone, but my gosh, putting a
Segovia's
ton of
juice is back in play.
exactly. That's exactly right, Rebecca. So the double.
The best part about curling is the ups and downs within a single end. I mean, how many back and forths have we had in a single end? Like
And I tell you
3?
what, at this skill level as well, both these teams highly decorated, lots of medals, lots of awards between all of them.
Hey, do you know those? Do you know what they are? Because I don't know them.
Okay, so we've got Team Segovia. Shout out for the Houston Curling, the pride of Houston Curling Club are the back-to-back defending Arena Nationals champions. And then from Team Sando, this is the better half, if you will, of the men's arena curling champions that have won, I think, 3 years now in a row.
I definitely don't know much about arena curling because I'm kind of a bit of a ice snob, and I admit I
Understood. For all those that are checking in from Texas, shout out to every single one of y'all. Just because we live on the wrong side of the Mason-Dixie and we're curling on arena ice doesn't mean you aren't better or just as good as everybody else that's on that dedicated
sometimes they
ice.
gotta work harder than me.
Another great reminder. We'll come back to that in just a moment.
Actually.
Another great reminder. We'll come back. We're waiting for Segovia's rock to
Ooh,
drop
it's
an
gotta sit,
anchor. This
sit,
is where one of
sit,
those
spin.
leads need to drop some pocket sand.
Sit and
6
spin.
feet of fury is Laith Sando. Really getting at it. He's trying to sweep it. It's going to get all the way to back 12, but I think that's sitting third.
Yeah.
And my goodness.
I did see that Dallas is doing a dedicated ice.
Thank you so much for the reminder,
I'm
Rebecca.
so excited
Dallas
for that because
DFW Curling Club is in the very beginning stages of a capital campaign for a big push to get dedicated ice. The plan and the hope is to be able to start breaking ground by January, and I got to tell you, Rebecca, there's never been a better time to be a curler in DFW. There's a lot of momentum, a lot of excitement around there, and if you have an opportunity, Let's Curl DFW. Check it out. You can have your name your quote, your whatever dedicated rock. You can do sponsorships. You can have merch. Any and all opportunities are at your fingertips. If you check out the DFW curling page there, we will gladly accept your donations.
And isn't it tax deductible too?
That's exactly correct. As a staunch Southern libertarian Republican, last thing anybody wants to do is pay taxes. Is that right?
That's about right?
Do anything, including legally just donating to a wonderful cause like DFW Curling Dedicated
All right,
Ice.
so I think we're going for the double right now. We got John on the sweep, right?
He's-
It's all about lining it up and hitting that stone at the right thing. We got the
I think
speed.
he's trying to nose this. He does not want to go.
Oh.
No.
But it gives Segovia a chance for two.
Absolutely.
It's not
Absolutely.
over, folks.
So late
one
Sando's,
other thing.
late Sando skipstone, excuse me, Rebecca. Late Sando skipstone over curls just a scotch. Ends up getting a piece of his second stone there, moves it out to the edge of 12, and therefore Segovia is sitting second. That shot stone of Sando is sitting wide open, just begging to be hit. And if it is hit and Segovia stays within that 8 ring, that's going to be 2. And they'll cut this lead down to 1.
Which is exactly what you want when it's the beginning of the game and you give up a big end in the beginning.
Exactly. Just
It's
taking
the
advantage of the
best
hammer,
time.
mitigating risk when you don't. Both these skiffs, obviously very decorated, very been around the block for a number of competitive games and competitive tournaments. So both of them just kind of feeling out the local ice.
So other things I heard about on DFW and the plan to go dedicated is that they want to go ahead and drive junior curling, which will be fantastic because in our region it's really it's rather small when it comes to juniors. So we want that competition to go ahead and have our Dallas juniors go and push Rock Creek and push Denver and Oh no, this is wide.
We've got a trouble here.
Oh no, are we gonna get steal? Oh, are they gonna save it? Let them save it. Okay, so we got it's our 1.
That's going to be 1.
That's okay. It's better than a steal.
I think, Rebecca, right out of the hand, that came out wide from
just
Julie
set it?
Segovia's. I don't know if that was just a pop out of the hand or if it was the broom call. I think it was more in the release. She looked really stable in her slide, but just out of the hand, it popped out, drifted a little too much, did do that patented Denver snap to come back. Just a stone snap to be able to get back and get enough of that shot stone. Did not stick around though, and therefore they get 1 with hammer, give the hammer back up, down 3-1 heading into the third end, and you'll notice the pace of play with these two teams is lightning fast. Lightning fast.
Yeah, they're used to it. They played together long enough that they'll go ahead and have a game plan for, hey, how do we want to go ahead and handle down 2? There's, the first 5 stones, you can go through and kind of pre-plan your strategies and adjust as you need to, but having those game plans set totally helps you with the clock and be able to go and have that full opportunity for the full 8 ends within 2 hours.
Yep. And interestingly enough, can you remind our viewers, what's the clock situation here?
I believe it's a firm 2 hours, isn't it?
No, so allow me
to
regale you.
I'm just here volunteering and sit down and
There
start
you
talking.
go. So never let the ice crew
not even ice crew.
never let the ice crew set the draw schedule, Rebecca. So the draw setup is ice crew friendly, to say in the least. It's a hot 1:40 when the bell rings. Hour and 40 minutes the bell will ring, and you can finish the end and do 1 more. And they have a full hour between draws, so the ice crew can really take their time and continue to baby it, which is why we're going to see some really beautiful ice conditions tonight and throughout the weekend. So an hour and 40 minutes. That also includes what we did not commentate on, which is a couple of practice shots for each skip and then a draw to the button to decide who has hammer. For those of y'all joining late, that did occur at the very beginning of this broadcast, and Segovia drew all the way to back 12. Lath Sando right before that drew to back button. So they did have hammer, took advantage of that in the first end, and got up 3-0. Segovia takes hammer in the second, and with a little bit of a pop shot, drifted a little too much on that open hit, did not stick around. And so they get one, miss an opportunity for two, and now we are here with lead stones in the third end. And this is Jess from Team Houston trying to do the old lead 1-2, put in a center line 3 guard and draw behind. It's going to over curl. So what's going to be the end result here? Plan B, it's going to split the two. And tell you what, when you don't have hammer, what's the one thing you'd really like to do? I sure like
Clog up the front.
clogging up the front of the house and the center line. So
you know how you mentioned those LSDs, the last shot draws, those are going to really come into play in pool when we're trying to get out of the pool and to go ahead and seating, right?
absolutely, Rebecca. Couldn't
Especially
agree
with
more.
ties coming into play.
Couldn't agree more. We also have
Kevin Roberts going right here.
Kevin. No, that is John Lambert.
Oh, that's John Lambert.
John Lambert. They do look very similar, though.
Here's what we're looking for. They do look similar. Little
Spitting,
husky.
spitting images of each other.
So all we have to do right here is, with Team DFW going right here, what we're looking to do is let's curl DFW. Is that not what we're doing?
Tony caught
Right
on
here.
the ball, just
Let's
recognized.
curl DFW.
Let's curl DFW.
Yeah.
Thank you, good Lord. No, really, like seriously, we want them to get some dedicated ice. I love the competition. I love seeing the curling growing, and going ahead and just having a community. Plus, it gives me another opportunity to potentially move to another city, considering the curling snob who likes dedicated ice.
There you go. Well, Texas is a wonderful place to live outside the months of July to August.
What do you do? Just plant that?
I was
back?
in Phoenix.
So she's trying to draw. Looks like she's trying to draw around these guards. The sweepers like it. They're giving it just a little bit of love to make sure it doesn't
They
pick.
need to get off that and need to start curling in. They need to crawl slowly
It's
in.
really starting to finish. Watch this rock
Now
finish,
take
and
it
now
off,
it's
curl
really
it,
starting to
finish it,
curl.
finish it,
The
finish
weight
it,
is
finish it,
beautiful.
go,
It's
go, go.
T-line. It's it's T-line. It's a beautiful weight. It does not curl quite enough. A little bit too much broom, I think, on that, or she might have been outside the broom. There's enough of that rock for Kevin Roberts to go after, but Laith Sando is not quite sure if there's enough to go after. So he's thinking about it, and here you go.
Clean up the front.
Again,
Open it up.
a veteran call from Skip Laith Sando.
So he just wants to tap it back. He's going to use that Yellowstone as backing, it looks like.
He might be, but the way that he tapped his broom, this might also be an angle raise of their own that's sitting there just in front of the house.
Yeah, I mean, angle that up just a little bit. He was saying give it back 4 weight, so ideally we'd love for it to, after energy transfer, end up that top button weight.
This is Kevin Roberts.
And his release looked nice and clean, straight to the broom.
Giving it to his sweepers. This is going to curl.
Ooh,
This is going to be the
sweepers
angle
can't
raise.
cook this.
This is going to be the angle raise.
Walk it in, boys. There we go.
He is going to do the
Nicely
angle.
done.
And the weight is really nice. My
Exactly as I
goodness.
described it.
My
Well
goodness.
done.
A really nice shot from
I gotta,
second
like,
Kevin
high-five
Roberts
that
there.
one.
That's a high
I
five all the way
described
around.
that one real good, didn't I?
You crushed it, Rebecca. Shout out to my co-commentator, Rebecca Clark, local legend from Denver here. Segovia in a little bit of a situation here. They are shot stone, and it is partially buried. As a matter of fact, now it's pretty much...
Segovia should just raise that center yellow.
Again, they don't have hammer, so that will play into her strategy.
Setup
She's
and
trying to
nice
decide,
steal,
and I
though.
tell you what, see, there's a lot of different options right here. So Vice Alyssa Parks is going to come all the way down the ice and talk about what they can do. That shot stone yellow sitting right there in the opening of the C. Shout out to the Denver Curling Club's new logo. These houses look beautiful, I got to tell you. So their shot stone yellow is sitting right in the opening of that C at T-line. That is Heat Cook's second stone right there.
I mean, Alyssa really
And that is-
pointed out that danger of that red stone.
It is dangerous. So it looks like they're going to try for a draw. You can see Segovia stepping way out there, and I apologize. That was Heather Cook's first shot. So we're going to do second.
They're going to guard the race.
They might guard the raids. This is a really wide broom call.
Yeah, that's
So
why I was
that's
thinking
likely
it's
going to be
more guard the
likely going to be a
race.
guard.
It's smart of them to recognize that in in order to go and achieve that high of a guard and get to that path-in rocket, you have to get way outside the rings. And then you have to hope it curls and you didn't overthrow it.
I was going to say, if you listen into the audio, you can hear them calling for curl. That's asking for directional sweeping from their lead, Jess, on the outside to really push it. But this is sticking out there.
So we didn't block the race. I don't.
That just
I'm
did
trying
not.
to decide if that hurts them because it definitely doesn't help them.
It definitely doesn't help him. I don't know if it hurts him. It does give Sando an opportunity for something to hit off of later.
I mean,
right?
I think he points out the exact shot that they were trying to block, or did we miss it and they really truly were trying the wide draw and to go and get another one in the forefoot?
I do too.
Hi, Nick.
Shout out to Nick Myers. We miss you. We love you. Wish you were here.
Go get him at Arena National.
Sorry that your team deserted you. They have solidified that you are no longer their skip. Sando is now. They are now no longer Team Myers. Hot takes here on Denver Curling Club's live YouTube channel. We get hot takes here, letting you know that the three-peat defending arena curling champions that are going for more of the club champions moving forward, they're going to go ahead and drop Nick Myers and replace him with Sean. So,
any thoughts on that?
that's exactly what I was doing. Just
Sean
mentioning
is
here.
moving to Texas. Which Sean?
So again, when we get to when we point out the real estate in Texas is incredibly affordable, and apparently Sean is going to take advantage of that, and we're getting thumbs up confirmation from people around the room that Sean and Bree are going to be moving to Texas.
Wait a
Moving to
second here.
Texas in the next couple of weeks, and Nick
Franny's going to Texas,
and Nick
huh?
Myers is going to be replaced as the skip. That's exactly what we're being confirmation from around the room. So
Well, that's kind of devastating.
so maybe more of a swan song for Nick Myers in their next tournament.
I mean,
Back to the action on sheet B as we have Vice Alyssa Parks in the hack.
well, we don't see
They
any
are still
difference.
they're still sitting shot.
So the ice is very much out there guttering and confusing the skip.
Yeah,
both of
they
them.
really need this to sit top 3 guard or even top 12, but they really need to guard up that shot stone because it is in a precarious spot. Sweepers like it. The weight's there, so now Heather Cook's got to get off it, and they're got to be pulling it as far over as they can, but it's not going to curl enough again. This ice is surprising both skips with the lack of curl.
Is
We
he gonna
have
go
seen
through the port?
there is definitely a port there, and that's exactly what we just heard from Leigh Sando. He said, go through.
What do you like, teal?
So now, have you ever watched Sean throw? Like, he's got a completely different delivery than any of the other people on the team. So the new team's going to have to go ahead and get used to that.
They have been adjusting very quickly. The Leigh Sando and company are they are 3-0 so far. Oh, and a little bit of a bobble. A little bit of bobble, but that is heavy peel. It does need to curl, and it's going to curl. It's past the guard. Now it needs to not curl.
Go.
And he's going to do exactly what he needs to do, and it's going to, not even a roll, just a wiggle over. And it's underneath the guard sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Way to go, Sean Freeney.
And a tough result for Vice Alyssa Parks. She's going to have to move some granite to be able to mitigate some damage. And I tell you what,
This is the girl you want to do it. I'm talented.
they're
This is a
incredibly
talented
talented.
player.
I'll tell you, I've had the pleasure of following Team Segovia in this women's team for about a year now, a little less than that, and I can tell you that none of them are shy when it comes to upweight shots, but this is definitely going to be one of those.
And they're so kind. Like, I've officiated in time there, and they're always, thanking the officials and the volunteers.
You know, Rebecca, that's a great point. That we call this the Texas Shootout, but there is definitely a lot of love between both teams. Even so much to say that John Lambert, the lead for Team Sando, is the coach for Heather Cook's 5U team.
Oh.
A lot of camaraderie. Now this rock is wide. This rock is wide. There's going to be.
We're getting a piece. Do we get any? No, we do not.
So she did get a piece of that one that was sitting in
we
front,
didn't
but
move
they
any
didn't
granites.
move enough of it. Thankfully, it is wide open, and they do have that other stone that's maybe a 2 guard or a 3 sitting there on the right-hand side. They could do for a potential run back, but
Does Team Sando go ahead and decide to guard or pop in another one? I do like the
yeah,
in-house guard.
with nothing touching, but there is
Yeah,
one.
the in-house guard.
Yep, exactly. Really racketing up the pressure. Up 3-1 with hammer. And Sando, if they're able to have Sean deliver this stone just off center line is the call. Just a little to the left of center line and top 12, that will be sitting. And a hush falls over the crowd.
Careful. Yeah.
This might overcurl a scotch. It's actually going to be a scotch heavy too. It's going to go into the pile.
I do like it because I do think that those 3 that kind of are like look like they're on like that right side, maybe they go, but the other ones don't. You definitely can't get all of them.
No, if Alyssa Parks is able to get a 5er, excuse me, we're down to skip stones now. So troubled waters for Team Segovia here as they are down 3-1, but we are looking at sitting 5. Now, if you're looking at that top down like we are here in the booth, there is an opportunity for at least a double, a triple, even a quad. Heck, let's call for a 5, but
I'm doubtful.
I
don't think I see anything more than eliminating 2. I don't know if we can get that third one out. I think there's a lot of granite there, and things are just going to catch on each other.
Sure enough, this is going to be normal, if not peel weight, because they're going to be moving enough granite.
You got it.
I think there is an opportunity where if they take that front one that's sitting just at the edge of the 8 and move that to the left-hand side, they could take that second shot
Oh, I wish
that's
we had
at
a
top 4
telestrator.
and then roll over and go down into the shot stone. A little 1-2, excuse me here. Go 1 and 2. Hit this off in there, and it could spill all 3, but this is a tough shot for Julie Segovia. Here she is in the hack. Peel weight comes out of the hand. They like the line right out the get-go.
Careful.
She needs to get past her guard because that is over curling.
Oh,
She
okay.
takes her guard. Oh!
And, you know,
And a tough break.
things about hits is it's really a team shot.
Mm-hmm.
You need to call the line.
Sweep-
You need to
Sweeper,
hit the broom.
yeah, sweepers, yeah. Don't. Well, as a dear friend of mine, shout out to Bill Bush in Texas. One of the many wonderful people that curl out of DFW. Bill has a phenomenal strategy when it comes to curling that he shares with a lot of people during Learn to Curls when he's teaching, and it's don't be heavy, don't be light, don't be narrow, and don't be wide. Let me tell you, Rebecca, if you can do all 4 of those things, you're going to be a pretty good shot.
I'm not always heavy, but when I am, I'm wide.
There you go.
I love when
Not
that,
the right combo. Not the
I
right
love
combo.
when the directional sweeping 2016, 2017, we're starting to really figure it out, and that was just our prime phrase.
Mm-hmm. All right, Late Sando with a big opportunity here. So they are sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good news for Segovia is that Yellowstone, her shooter, is mostly guarded. But Sando's not going to mess with it. He's going to go ahead and draw, and this is looking like it's going to be same kind of shot that they were asking for last time from his vice, Sean. Just off center line to the left-hand side in your viewfinder. And top 12 is probably going to be exactly where he wants to post him. He'd settle for a 3 guard. He'd settle for a top 8. Sweeper's giving it just a little bit, but not much. It's going to be pretty close to the weight, judging on how the sweeper's doing. Now we're waiting for the line. I heard weight's good.
Plug that hole. Make sure you get a piece
And
of
that's
the
top
weight.
12
touch
and
that.
top biting 8.
Yeah.
And that, I tell you what,
Sitting
Rebecca,
back.
you couldn't have walked down and put it in a better spot. Beautiful execution from Skip Late Sando.
Goes there. So many jams.
So Segovia without hammer drawing against 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in this type of a situation, Rebecca, you can't just worry about the takeout. You've got to leave your shooter in a spot.
And you need to get it buried.
Yeah, that's correct.
You want to be able to get it buried and force your opponent into a tougher shot. They already know the weight for the draw. They're going to be able to go and hit that 6th one in there. If you don't leave a yellow in the midst of the sea red.
There is a little bit. Ooh, this is a tight line. I think we're going to get an upweight call here. Not sure if I.
There's a lot to hit if they're doing
There's
that
definitely
out
plenty
turn.
to hit.
Is this the turn that she popped at the last end, right?
No, because she's
No?
going on the
Is
other
this
side.
the other way now?
Other
So
side of the center line.
So we could
So I think she's going to be asking for bumper. Bumper is the
giving
weight
herself
call.
a chance to stick around with the lower weight.
Correct. So she's going to try and get just across the nose of that stone that's across the center line. Try and get just across the left-hand side of that nose and knock it back. And really the most important part is where that shooter ends up. They're going to try and roll to the left underneath all those guards. This is normal. Normal.
No,
She is going to get across the nose.
not enough. Get the roll. Don't stop, girls.
Oh, no, and she doesn't move it enough.
Open hit for 5. Or am I missing any?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, second. Yellow is sitting third. Listening into the hot mics on the ice, and looks like the call is going to be for control. Best case scenario, what they're going to try and do is nose this stone, pop that through straight back down the center line, and that'll give them 4, at least, maybe even 5. That does need to
That's
curl. That's
gotta
floating
curl.
really wide. It's floating really wide. This is going to get off to the side. Let's see where this rock goes.
Oh.
Oh.
Just one, it looks like. Is it? Kai, it looks like.
And that's exactly what it is, Rebecca. A big opportunity squandered by Late Sando, and he is not happy about it. A chagrin.
But I will
He
notice.
sits down on the bench.
It's a rather
messes with his
calm
shoes.
disappointment.
Messing with his shoes.
We got a game here, folks.
Oldest trick in the book. Blame the stabilizer. So, disaster avoided for Team Segovia with a early Christmas gift from Leif Sando as he pops the hitter a little too wide out of the hand, and it does not curl enough. Ends up jamming on the back and sits second shot, only giving Sando 1 instead of 4 or 5. And so we've got ourselves still quite a bit of a game. Segovia still in the hunt. They do have hammer now, and so Team Sando and their lead, John Lambert, throwing first, and it's a beauty of a 3-guard just off center line.
And we're playing with the no-tick rule, right?
Great point. Yeah, for those of y'all at home that are not aware, the Rocky Mountain Curling Invitational does take the no-tick rule into effect. So if those guards are on the center line, they cannot be moved off of said line. Sweepers looking at Jess's shot, lead for Team Segovia, thinking that it might be all there, might even be a spoach heavy.
Looks top 8 from here.
That's top
line.
12, top 8, and even maybe a little bit of top 4. Okay, so a little bit heavy out of the lead for Team Segovia.
Top 8.
Rebecca, can I kindly ask you to hold down the fort while I go get another refill on these libations?
I grabbed some snacks too.
Kevin Roberts a little late on the sweep call, and this is going to over-curl. He's really on it trying to hold it, but this is going to over-curl, and he's going to flash, and disaster. Disaster. That was John. And Carrie Lambert behind the glass taking way too much pleasure in noticing that her husband did not hit the broom.
Oh. So, 10, Team Segovia.
This will
capitalize on it.
This will be revisited on another date.
Go get that beer of yours.
Thank you so much. And that's not a squeaking sound that you hear. That is the door coming ajar. As opportunity is knocking for Team Segovia with Hammer. Early on in the end. Going to continue to put up guards.
We got the delayed guard. The first one fell in. The other team missed the opportunity to take it out. And so Team Segovia puts up the guard.
And a nice guard right there.
So now Team Sando is asking for their lead to draw behind the guard that they currently have.
Line's getting better. Line's good. Oh, it's hooking. We gotta go line. Hard line.
Wrap it around, boys. Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep going. I didn't completely keep the line. They guarded up that side. I think Team Segovia should kind of, wrap one around. Guard's a guard. You still gotta, make those run backs. They're asking, what is the preference? Where are we drawing to? So they're going to go ahead and draw to the wings towards their own stone instead of wrapping around the guards of their opponents. It's just a preference for how the team wants to go ahead and play the end. Texas people are definitely having fun here in the warm room. And so we are going to go ahead and try that freeze to that current stone and 4 foot right now.
They're calling top 4.
I think that's the best freeze I've seen so far.
And it's a dadgum beaut from Heat Cook coming in hot.
Right? If you catch this, that's fine. Make sure to get rid of one of them.
Sando explaining down the ice to his second, Kevin Roberts. If you catch just one, that's still fine.
Absolutely. Up 3, you want to go ahead and be able to put your stones in a place and get that roll, which would be
And a sassy little twirl from Kevin Roberts as he puts a little bit of a spin on a stone, letting it settle in. A bit of a bobble and even kind of a fishtail. Knowing both of these teams very well, while there is a lot of love between the two, there is no brakes. It is all gas.
Ooh.
These two teams are going to come out firing. Right out of the hand, the sweepers are getting on it. Alyssa Parks with a sassy sweep and a little flick of the toe as they're really digging in and pounding some pebble. Trying to get this to finish and curl to guard. Trying to finish. It's not going to curl quite enough, and an opportunity for Sando and his vice, Sean.
Whatever
quite a bit. That's quite a big pickup that they got as a team. He works with the juniors. He works on the ice making crew. He's at this facility quite a bit, so they kind of got themselves a ringer.
This is definitely home ice advantage for Sean. He is very familiar with this ice. That stone from Heather Cook did not curl enough, and so they're talking through it down the ice and saying that even hack or bumper would be okay to get past that guard, and still the key is get across the nose of that yellow stone. Out of the hand, this is really wide, though. There's no chance this is going to get across the nose. It's going to hit on the outside. They're probably going to get one and spill. Might be lucky to stick. It's not going to stick. It's going to roll a little to the outside, but that's going to put that yellow stone in a pretty precarious position. I think Segovia is going to likely ask for either a draw or to guard that up, and that's exactly the first option. Going to ask for a draw. She's going to just let that yellow stone sit precariously out in the open and try and get something here with her vice, Alyssa Parks, to bury. Sneaking by that yellow guard. It is a high guard. Y'all can see on the viewfinder that is a 1, so there's plenty of real estate to sneak by it and still continue to do that patented Denver snap.
Yeah, I really think that path, it's going to go on the inside of that red stone, kind of hook them, you know.
I'm hearing back 8 from the sweepers here, so it's going to be a little bit heavier.
You gotta get it off that.
Now they're
guard.
calling plan B. They're going to try and do a tick and roll maybe.
That's it. The line's looking really good against their current guard.
The weight is not back 8. The sweeper is a little overexcited. That's T-line, but that is partially buried. You know, it's behind that guard, so they can't just throw peel weight at it. But with as much real estate between that 1 and the T-line, there's plenty of opportunity there for backline, hack, even bumper to be able to sneak by that. I think this is – I'm hearing normal through the microphones here, so curious to see what the plan is. Looks like they're going to go after their –
Are they going to hit their red?
No, this is not normal. This is hack weight. So they're trying to get across the nose of this. It is curling, but it's going to have to curl a country mile. Directional sweeping, asking for Kevin Roberts to get on and try and push it over to the right. He's going to get to the nose almost. Really good weight. Really good weight. You know, that just goes to...
Beautiful sweeping weight.
Just gave it to the sweepers, and even if you are a little bit outside, if the weight's right, it gives your team a lot more options to play with, and that's going to be a pretty good result for Team Sando. Alyssa Parks, vice for Team Segovia with her second stone here. Looking like she's going to try and follow. Looking for backline weight. Out of the hand, that looks a little more narrow.
That needs to get moved over.
That really needs to curl. It's a little heavy. So they're going to do plan B and do a tick and roll. It's not going to tick. They're going to do outside. And you know what? Not a bad result, but not a great result. So it looks like if I'm sitting at this angle, that red is sitting shot. It's got a little bit of backing.
But we've seen that yellow guard has kind of, we can wrap right around it.
Yep.
I do think that if, Segovia plays their hand right, they can go ahead and, hopefully get at least their deuce out of us.
A lot of stones still be thrown from till we get to that point. I will tell you, it is loaded for a big end for Segovia. That red stone, while it is shot, is precarious because Segovia sitting 2, 3, and 4 at the moment.
We got our heavy hitters to come, though.
I was going to say, so we're down to skip stones here. Leigh Sando with a little bit of a precarious situation. He can shut the door that became ajar after John Lambert's flashed hit in the lead stones. But if he has the capability to be able to get by this yellow center stone that's guarded, he has an opportunity to get all the way across the center line. The goal here is just as far right as he can get. And I can hear through the microphone. I can hear through the microphone they are calling T-line back 4 weight.
Yeah, they just want to put another one in there and make it hard for Segovia to go ahead and get a big end.
Correct.
So one of the things I was thinking about is one of the strategies Sean uses with his boys' team is push-ups for if they do certain things like hogging a stone. And that this entire end was created.
They really have to curl. No, it's going to over curl.
Oh.
Yep. See, that guard
Clears the
did
path.
serve its purpose.
A guard's a guard, but that path
Oh
is
my
still
gosh.
there.
And now the shot path is out. Segovia has an opportunity to chip that out if she wants.
I've seen her under pressure. If she wants this, she's going to do it.
She is the queen.
Yeah.
And that is an under pressure.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
Durn. Part of me is waiting for the timeout signal to come out for the coach just to give them reassurance that they've made the right decision.
So Team Segovia, obviously been around in competitive play for a couple of years now. They have a staple in the curling community as their team coach. That'd be Greg Major, hailing out of currently Houston, originally out of Canada. And for those of y'all who don't know Greg Major, you will if you've ever played in a spiel or a tournament with him. He sounds like a pirate. The patented hard of Greg Major. But that man, really phenomenal when it comes to game strategy and just a phenomenal coach for this team. I know that they appreciate the heck out of him. Curious to understand, curious to know what he is, what he's weighing in on here. I know that he's watching this game, and looks like the way the broom is being laid down, we'll see if we can quiet down and listen in.
It's got to be Hack, right?
Words of encouragement from the front of the house to their skip.
You got this.
Rebecca, I think you're right. I think this is going to be a hack weight.
Look at the broom. I mean, you've got to go ahead and get through those guards. There's no way you can do
They
it.
do have their really strong sweeper in Heather Cook on the inside, so expect her to get on this early if this is on the line.
Can't kill
And
that.
sure enough, there she is. Heather Cook right out of the gate is on it. She's holding the line that cannot over curl and hit the guard. Really calling hard. Heather Cook is digging in, and she is going to get by. She's by it. She's by it.
Don't give up.
The
Keep
crowd's
going,
starting to
keep going,
yell.
keep going, keep
And
going.
it is a dead beat from Julie Segovia.
Oh, high five.
Crowd goes wild behind the glass.
There we go. Hack waiter for the win. So, how many are sitting now? Do
And
we
it is
see
not
4,
October, but it is
5?
spooky season has started for Team Sando as he's got himself a little bit of trouble.
Hit and roll. Inside out hit and roll. Ooh. All about line management. You got to throw the right weight. If it over curls one bit, this is a handful, and we got a game.
Right
With
now,
the
if,
opportunity.
if I'm looking from the top down, it looks like Segovia sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4. My goodness. So similar situation. Segovia handing Sando a little bit of his own medicine from the third end here, where
What do you like?
it's not so much about the hit as it is where the shooter finishes.
And Segovia is just going to hope there's enough momentum on this stone that they can get it to that 8-foot. And so they've got just that path to button.
Last shot for Laith Sando here.
Whoa!
Don't cook this stone. Watch it.
This will curl. It's going to get past the guard.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's going to
Taking
paper
it
by the
easy,
guard.
Letting it be. I like this
Alyssa Parks getting
calmness.
ready for the sweep. The sweep is going to be key. And
gotta
she's
go.
on it. 6 feet of
Gotta
fury.
go.
6
Gotta
feet of
go.
fury. And
There we
it goes
go. We
all the
got
way
a
out.
game.
6 feet of fury.
Calm it all down.
And my goodness, there is a game. Julie Segovia down by 3, sitting 3 with hammer, open draw for 4.
You just gotta think, no, don't hit anything. Don't think about backing or nothing. Just think the plane, I'm just gonna draw the button through the stones, give it to my sweeper.
That port is pretty tight, I will say that. So that center line, one guard from yellow sitting up front, and that red on your viewfinder looks pretty inviting. But if I look here in the booth down on the ice, that is a little bit tighter than what they feel comfortable with here. All we're looking for is a draw to full 4. They might be overthinking this, Justice Coach, because they have put plenty of rocks down this line.
Yeah, why
And
are
again,
they
I've been
switching
commentating for the
lines?
last 48 hours, and I'm shooting 100% from behind the glass.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Tell you
Sometimes
what, so
I like it more than even playing.
interesting. They're gonna do.
I mean, I kind of like it. You can get a redirect, you know, maybe it bumps off that red guard and you can get enough of a tick and have a chance to touch that 8
My
foot.
gosh, this is a ton of broom. I'm really worried that this is gonna wreck on the guard. They may be doing a raise on the guard with this line, but this is gonna need to really snap to get past
How
this
about
center
we
line
go
guard.
with, hey, we got 3. We've got a chance for 4, but let's not mess up our 3. We might have to think about that.
Okay, they're
concept.
going for line. She was a little narrow. This does have a chance to get past the guard. Okay, it's going to be
All
past
right,
the guard.
Hold on. Do not stop, sweepers. You gotta go. Do not let up. Do not let up.
She's
Go,
past the
go,
guard. Now
go,
the sweepers
go,
are going.
go.
Now it's going to be
All
a
the
heavy
way.
sweep.
All the
Now
way.
it's going to be a heavy
Straight
sweep.
All the way.
Now it's
Full
going to
way
be a
through.
heavy
Never
sweep.
Off, never off.
And it is a beauty.
4 on
A
the
4.
board.
A 4.
Uno,
My
dos,
goodness.
tres, cuatro.
That is why we are behind the glass and they are on the ice, Rebecca. A big girl shot from Julie Segovia. Happy birthday. Shout out for the Big 5-0 birthday girl as she does a beaut of a draw down to top 8, and they take 4 with hammer and the lead up 5-1 after 4. And this is a Texas shootout.
So we need Team Sando to realize, hey, we may have just given up a big end, but really, we're only down 1 with hammer. This game's not over. There's no reason to panic.
Oh no, there is
Not
this
at all.
game is wide open.
We've seen both teams go ahead and have misses. We've seen teams not capitalize on them as well.
Interesting you say that because I think everybody's made their shot except for John Lambert.
Ooh, talking smack here, aren't ya? Did they go back and watch their games again?
They absolutely will.
Well,
Shout out to John. Love you, buddy.
I'm innocent, I swear.
Center
I like
line,
this.
center line guard.
Yeah.
Just enough to be able to grab center line, so that no tick rule in effect. That is a 1, but that's going to stop anything from center.
So,
For,
do you like the 1-7-3 approach, or do you like the 1-3-7 approach?
I appreciate you asking me. I am terrible enough at this game to not have a strategery. I am front of house, and my job is to throw the stone where it goes, and me sweep good. I will tell you that Segovia, as a skip and their team, typically like to do the center line guard that's around a 2 or a 3, and then draw behind.
The
when
3 and the 7s?
Correct.
Sounds
correct.
more like a
That's-
Daryl Horseman strategy. Back when I was in Phoenix and the Coyotes, he would go ahead and have his front end just practice 3s and 7s, 3s and 7s.
Interesting.
You ever
The
played
old
against?
1-2 punch for the lead, right? The
Yep.
3 and a 7. Segovia, this is what she's asking for: is a 1 and a
Yeah, I
top
think
12.
She's going into the house?
Yeah, I think she's gonna go top 12.
Is it a little early? You want to set up okay, she's out of the house. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to go ahead and put this as another guard, and you can't come to the house too early if you want to set up the steal. Oh, is someone okay? Oh, I hope they don't bruise. It hurts
And
to fall on
Alyssa-
that stone. okay. She's up and
Quick-
walking around.
Quick question from second Heather Cook over to Alyssa. Are you okay? And she says yes, and I think physically okay. The pride might be a little bruised though.
Nah, that was a nice fall. She didn't hit her head.
Graceful and athletic.
Yeah.
Graceful
I mean,
and athletic.
the stone were early end. We can still go ahead and make up for it. It was only the second stone at the end.
These players are all athletes, and so Team Sando does have an opportunity now with hammer and with that guard effect, or that second stone effectively being burned.
Yeah.
They're going to go ahead and draw down in. And they're going to start filling that wing. Is this going to be a chicken?
I don't know if they wanted that to go ahead and be freezing each other versus having the separation in order to just kind of tease your opponent to think about it.
Well, if that was the case, then if
I
that was
would
the intent,
love to
Segovia is
see.
taking the bait. She's asking her second heat, who is a hit specialist.
I'd love
not-
to see a nice, quiet roll underneath the, to the
Yep.
center line.
This is control, even control plus. It's inside out.
Line's looking really good. I think they should have stayed on it.
I think they should have stayed off it and let it
Oh.
curl just a scotch.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm off.
Not going to curl
Welcome
quite
back,
enough,
Tony.
but she'll get her shot.
We got a game here.
There's a big game.
It's a big game.
Tony Cott deciding to grace us with his presence in the booth here.
Man, mess with the camera here.
Why? No.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Go ahead.
What?
Mess away.
What's up? You want to come say hi?
Come on in.
All right.
Hello. Oh, what did I hit? I'm sorry. Hello.
This is on now.
Oh, it's on.
Check.
No. Well, this weekend I've got Cray with me. Not a curler, but has seen me curl pretty much their entire life. And if only I can get them to curl. But they did tell me about grippers and kind of was recognizing the sweep, so I'll take it.
There you go.
It's been 6 years.
Looks like we're going to get a freeze, maybe?
Do we have it? Is it? Oh, that's a nice, pretty freeze there. She's taking the bait.
Are they?
She's taking. I think she needs to continue to
There,
ignore this.
no chicken is being. The frozen chicken is not being.
The
Frozen chicken is not being pulled out, so that is not going to be a
And what is
frozen
the
chicken
frozen
award.
chicken?
We will touch on that here in just a moment. That is a Rocky Mountain Curling Invitational staple of the frozen chicken. Heather Cook, this does need to curl.
It will.
Yeah, that one will curl. I don't
And
think it'll
it's
stick
curling.
around though.
She's
I did
gonna-
not get enough of it.
And she gets the double! Heather Cook,
Yeah.
shooting good and looking better. Woo!
Yeah. On purpose.
That happens. We haven't met before.
I haven't started drinking because I'm technically in volunteer mode.
Heather Cook with a beauty dub. Shooter doesn't stick around, rolls out, not a big deal. They're super happy with that. Especially without hammer. They are sitting there clogging up the front with that one guard that is still sitting there that the sweepers pulled across.
Dude, that one guard's coming in.
It's that one guard is making an impact.
Guarantee that one guard comes into play.
Front of house for Team
It's
Segovia,
quiet.
really shooting
Yeah.
well so far.
Here, watch this. Here.
Late
Boys getting
Sando
tired?
showing you how a skip sweeps, dragging this stone all the way. That is gonna bite.
Back in. Here.
That is gonna bite.
You ready? This is what we're gonna do, Kenny. While they're setting up the send here, we're just gonna do this. And we can check. Oh, didn't mean to kick that. We can check on the scores. You got score on sheet A. That's what we're seeing here. Sobering, whipping Team Stevenson.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll notice on your viewfinder over on sheet A, Daryl Sobering up 7-1 after 4.
Something to consider, though.
Yeah.
This is not the typical Team Stevenson that we would expect.
As far as what?
Isn't he with newer curlers, like, an under 5 team?
For the most part, yeah, but
Whereas I would usually think Sean Stevenson's with more of a competitive team. So
out of Rock Creek, there's not very many tenor curlers though. So those
this is great experience for them then.
those three curlers can handle their own. I promise you that. they can curl with any of them.
You can see just a quick little glance over on sheet C. We've got a game that looks like 5-0.
That would be an upset. Is that Kovac? That's Kovac. 5-0, and all those rocks in the house. Oh my goodness.
And then on sheet D, we've got
Betts over
4-0.
Shiner. Betts over Shiner.
That is Betts over Shiner.
Wow. That's a wine country team.
That is the wine country coming in. Coming back to the action on sheet B here. This is Sean and a tight shot on Skip.
Segovia.
Skip Julia getting the time. Hope we can be able to figure out how to get this back on the camera. Apologies because we let Tony Cott back in the booth.
Back in the booth.
And
I'm
as we
sorry.
mentioned at the very beginning of this game, that he is
I'm
not
sorry.
great at audio or visual.
We got
I'm
it right
sorry.
here. What are you talking about?
Got it
Don't-
dialed back in.
Neither of you could do that, so stop talking.
I appreciate you. Back to the action. Alyssa Parks with a beautiful draw to the top of the button with her first stone. Sean reciprocates with a really nice draw back down, taps it back. It looks like Alyssa Parks and Team Segovia are still shot. This one significantly heavier. This one looks like it's likely going to flash.
No, it's grinding. They need to wick off
Look at
something and
this
get
thing
some health
curl.
though.
Oh, this is not.
Oh, look at that.
My goodness. It's a nice shot, but that does create a pocket and an opportunity.
100%, Kenny. And that's what you see Sando going right for it.
Now, if they had hammer, they'd be very upset about this. But without hammer, they're not going to be too terribly upset there. They are sitting 1 and 2. Yes, it does create a pocket.
Oh, you're talking Segovia.
I'm now referencing Team
Yes.
Segovia being not a homer.
Yeah,
Not a homer here.
Yeah, we're not a homer. We're equal opportunity. We're equal opportunity curlers.
We're
I
equal
just want good
opportunity
curling.
commentators.
Or commentators. Yeah.
I just want good
that's what we are.
curling.
Yeah.
And if good curling is what you came for, this is what you're getting. So, a couple of different conversations going on back and forth between Vice, Sean. Is it Farley?
Franny.
Franny.
Sean Franey.
Yeah, we can turn this up here real quick. Here, watch this. Let's see if we can hear what they're saying.
I kind of like getting rid of these. I mean, normally I wouldn't want to get rid, but it's not really helping us with this one.
Well, my thought is if we get rid of this one now, you've got to clean it up. Chris, if I do that, we're not going to have to take half that off. You're having to feel on your shirt.
Okay, so we wanted to give you all an opportunity to listen in on Laith Sando and Sean Franey.
Franny. You get there. Samsonite.
We're
you get
pretty
there.
close.
Yeah.
Listening in to the Vice and Skip talking about it. Matter of fact, here
bringing in
comes
the whole
second
team.
Kevin Roberts. Okay, we're going to listen in on
Yeah,
this.
I don't know if we're gonna pick it up that far away. But we're gonna try.
Yeah, we've got hot mics on the ice, but we can't catch this conversation. Second, Kevin Roberts coming down and lending some of his wisdom to the Vice and Skip here. A lot of different options that they've got to play out here. Not quite sure what they're landing on. We're going to look for the broom. That's a tight broom, so this is going to be up weight. It's going to be a precision shot. They're looking for the double. That's exactly what they're doing.
How do you get a double out of this?
Looks like they're going to try and flash.
Actually, so when
Just
I
get
was
the
at-
outside of that yellow stone that's
you
on.
only need to hit half that outside that
And
yellow
that is
stone, they
normal.
both go.
That is normal. Even peel. It's running straight. John Lambert trying to hold it straight. They want to just chip that other one and send them both back, and that's exactly what he does.
Boom.
That's a big shot.
That is a beautiful shot.
Big shot. Yep.
Team Sando.
Yeah.
What?
But we're just turning down. We just got background noise. That's all. Well, we're good. Yeah, there you go.
So Team Sando taking a couple of extra minutes to
Yeah.
talk through the opportunities in that shot and settled on a upweight double takeout, and
Which Rebecca called perfectly, honestly.
it was
Yeah.
there. That was sitting out just enough,
Yeah.
and the risk.
I called it
The
because
risk
I
is
went
removed.
to junior camp one year, and we had a drill where we had two stones touching to each other side by side, and to go ahead and had to take them out. The way to take them out was to hit half a stone on the outside and not go to the center like you would think, like a crotch double.
There you go.
Doesn't work.
For what, an iPhone?
And with that double takeout, the opportunity arises for Sando for a big end. And skip stones now. Julie Segovia, a lot of pressure here, is going to need to get past that one guard, which is just a pesky stone that is very relevant.
Still there. Still there.
And she's going to have to sit in front of that red stone to make it difficult for them to chip it out. The sweepers like the weight. They're really getting on it, but this has to curl.
A mile. But yeah,
It also
it
looks
was-
heavy. It also looks heavy.
I think the weight is fine, right? Man, look at that thing just sink.
My goodness.
Wow, great shot.
Great shot, but it did not curl enough that it's precariously sitting out in the wide open.
Is Sean wearing a Let's Curl DFW headband?
That's exactly what he is.
That's exactly what he's wearing. So Sean Franey was asked to replace Nick Myers on this team. Sean Franey is full send. He is all in on this whole entire Nick Myers replacement.
It's been very, very sweet. He's actually procured Bridget Robertson, local DFW legend for real estate, and she is shopping houses for him right now. They are looking to move in the next couple of weeks.
Get out of town. Is that what this napkin says?
That's exactly what that is.
Welcome to DFW, Bree and Sean. I am,
Okay, this is up weight. It's going to need to curl just a little bit. They want to get across the nose and wiggle, as my co-commentator Tony would say. They want it to wiggle to the right. It's not gonna. It's gonna wiggle a little to the left.
setting up
Oh,
the prime.
There's a
my
double.
goodness! And
Who's
that,
throwing?
Leith
This
is
is
not
it.
happy about that.
he is not happy. So there is an opportunity here. Segovia
They just need to
does
freeze
not.
one in there.
Well, so here's the
I say
thing.
take them both.
You can
Take-
take them both, but if you do, it's going to leave it in the open, and it'll be an open hit for two.
You gotta freeze in there.
Is that other one fighting? But which one's out counting? That top red one or that
Correct.
outside yellow?
Correct. The red one in the front is sitting.
What about this one?
That's
It's yellow.
out. That's out sitting the yellow. So just for those of y'all that are watching here, that red that's center, just off center on the right-hand side, top 12, that is biting and out sitting that yellow on the backhand side. So if Segovia gets a double takeout but sits in the open, she'll be sitting one, but Sando will be sitting second shot.
Yep.
So
So here's a question for you, Kenny. Like, are you willing to? Clearly, it looks like based on this ice, it looks like they're going for the draw, right? But do you give up the two, or the chance at two?
you make them make the two.
You make them make the two, right?
That's what I would think.
And then you
Because
still
if
have
she-
2 ends to play.
Correct.
So they get
And they
get their
would
two
be
here,
down by one with
and
hammer.
They'd be down by one with hammer. I don't know, man.
This is a curious one.
No, well-
This cannot be too light.
If if this execution, obviously execution outplays strategy.
Of course.
100% of the time.
That's why I'm behind the glass and with a
Amen, brother.
microphone.
Yep, and we're just praising Julie's Segovia's.
This has got a curl.
They gotta stay close.
This
to
has
the
really
floor.
got a
Heavy.
curl.
fine. No,
So
it's
what
fine.
she's wanting to
It's
do,
fine.
she's not going for the double.
Fine.
Straight is what they're calling.
Never off. Go. Wow, that barely. I'm a fan of that.
Oh.
That executed well.
It did
Is
not.
yellow second?
It did not.
No.
Red sitting 2.
Yeah, right here.
Can red get 3? And then the game returns. Right.
Segovia with a really nice shot, but it over curled just a scotch, and it was 6 inches light. That stone does not. That stone does not outsit 1 and 2.
Help me. Yeah.
Help me help you.
Yeah, help me help you. Sando going for 3.
Lathe Sando with hammer has an opportunity here. Straight draw for 3. He also has an opportunity, and that's what he's going to do with this line call. Straight draw, just going to try and grab the edge of the 4. Out of the hand, the sweepers like it. John Lambert doesn't care. He's going to sweep just because he likes to.
Show off.
It is light. Both sweepers are really digging in on it. Lathe Sando thinks he's better sweeper than John, so he's going to step in.
Yep. And that's 2 red.
And it's light. It is a 2 guard, almost a 3. It's adorable.
Yeah.
An adorable shot from Lathe Sando.
Nice try.
Nice shot.
Nice try. Yeah.
Nice try. The intent was there.
I think
so.
Lath would agree with you. That was just not a good effort.
Jen,
not his best.
Jen, I know that you were listening in, and I apologize
Yeah.
for besmirching your husband. He was he's a wonderful curler and better than I. But that shot was not good. that was not a good shot, and he's going to be a little disappointed by it as he slides down to the close end of the ice over here with his back to the glass. And as I mentioned earlier, these teams, both professionals,
I'm pretty sure Brock
ready
left
to
the
rock
building.
and roll.
Brock didn't even want to be associated with his dad after that shot. He left the building.
There is some shame.
Yeah,
There's some shame there.
Yep. I'm serious. He's gone. Like he might have Ubered home. Ubered back to Texas. Put it on the dad's credit card. Oh, we had handshakes on sheet C.
Did we really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kovac
Kovac took it.
Yeah, taking it to Aki Allen, which is a shock. Man, that game on sheet A, for those worried about a Rock Creek game.
It is Daryl Sobering versus.
Well, it's Renee Sobering, but yeah,
it's Renee Sobering versus Shane Stevenson is the one that is playing tonight because Sean Stevenson is nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be found.
That is 9-1.
9-1 in favor of Renee Sobering.
A good old-fashioned butt whooping.
Yep.
Back to the action on sheet B here, your
Another
prime
guard.
time event. We've got guards taking turns here. Nobody wants to take center line until now. You can see Skip Lathe Sando asking for a center line guard 3. John Lambert happy to oblige. Sean is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Maybe a mid-game bio break.
Very true.
How deep do you want it? Yep. I'm doing my job.
I was back in here. Go get me a beer just as you walk away.
We are back.
We never left. As I mentioned, John Lambert, happy to oblige with a three-guard center line. Just a dadgum beaut. You couldn't have put it down anywhere. You couldn't walk down, put it anywhere better. Completely even with his first one. This from Jess is going to sneak by the guard.
Oh, look at that thing
and
melt
it is
right
going
in there.
to just be
What
a
a
beaut
game
on the
we have right
pin.
That
My goodness. The 1-2 Mike Tyson punch from the lead. My goodness. These two teams, I got to tell you, this is a lot of fun to watch curling at the highest of amateur level.
Here's what you're gonna find from these two teams, right? Is
A lot of love.
That's
I'll point that out first and foremost.
Yep.
A lot of love between these two teams. And what else?
Well, I mean, I think I think you said it best, but when it's not only just the love between the two teams, but it's love within the teams. Like, I mean, they're like highly encouraging, super dedicated to each other, trying to have everyone make every shot, just because it's going to come down to the last couple rocks here.
Okay. A little wiggle between the two.
Yeah.
My question for you all: do you think based on position per position, which team has the advantage? You know, like comparing your skips, comparing your vices, which teams have?
How many ends do we have left? Did the clock run out? Go check over there. See the clock right over there? Is the clock out? The clock's out.
So this will be the second to last end.
Yeah, so they got this plus one more. So I think you gotta go. I think you gotta go with the team who's got the hammer in the last end, and that's
stacking up to be Sando.
Stacking up to be Sando if they give up a point. So we'll see what happens here, but with this many rocks in play already, I think you're looking at Team Sando with the advantage.
Heather Cook shot really wide, but you can hear Segovia saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, let it finish." My goodness.
That finished amazing.
That is T-line weight, and it is as far curled as you can get it. There was a little bit of clearance between the guards, but here you go. A great call, agreed.
See you, ladies. See you. Curl DFW.
One more time for those of y'all listening in and viewing from around the country. Curl DFW. DFW Curling Club is in the middle of a capital campaign and getting it dedicated ice so that we can curl on something close to as beautiful as what we've been spoiled with to play on this entire last few days.
Shout out to Ice Crew.
The Ice Crew has just been top notch here at DCC.
Once again, we are hit with as far as a record.
Hold on a second. A big shot here as Kevin Roberts is going to try and port and go through. Is it going to over curl?
Nope.
He snakes by. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Kevin Roberts.
I don't think that people at home realize. I mean, the cameras are not doing this justice.
Goodness.
What a shot.
Holy
And then to get the
cow.
roll to be half under.
The fact that he ported that and then got across the nose is wild. All around an incredible shot. That was the broom laid in the perfect spot. The sweepers didn't even really have to give that too much. That was
not until the end.
That was out of the hand beautiful.
They got close. Heather with another draw right here. But what I was saying, Kenny, is that based on record standpoint, Team Betts beat Team Schreiner 7-0.
My goodness.
Yeah, over on Sheet D. So we got handshakes. We got 2 games in the books already. So the game on Sheet A is all but over.
Oh, and Heather Cook light and wide.
How many? Well,
again, she's just that's a second. So it's a rock and play. That's a 2-guard. It's going to give them something to play with a little bit later, whether they're going to angle off, angle raise, or hide behind. I got to think that their coach, Greg Major, sitting at home watching this, is probably not too displeased with the end result of that shot.
Yeah. No, I don't think so whatsoever. There are a ton of rocks in play on Sheet A right here. Sean Stevenson's got to come up with a miracle angle raise to do something to continue this game. But I gotta imagine after this shot, it is likely over. He could get 5 right here, and the game is probably still over.
Out of the hand, they're saying there's plenty of room to get by the guard. This really needs to curl, and it is curling. Watch this as they want it to come across the face and go to top 12, top 8. Kevin Roberts now stepping up on it, and it's really just another beautiful shot.
Just locking up.
They're
the
very
middle of the ice,
happy to
control
take
the center of the sheet.
Again, without hammer, that's all they want to do.
Amen to that.
Both of these skips, a ton of respect for the opposing team's ability to execute.
Yeah.
So really being cognizant of locking up the center when they don't have hammer.
Hey,
and you want to catch us up with sheet A?
Yeah, Shane Stevenson coming in with another guest appearance, because that was another miss by Shane Stevenson.
Sean Stevenson hasn't missed a shot since 2012, but Shane Stevenson, his alter ego,
is about 1 for 10 in the last 2 days.
Has made a number of appearances this weekend. This has to curl. It's going to be an angle raise. Sweeping. It's not quite enough.
Doesn't get it there.
Not quite enough.
Once again,
So their next shot is
Sando's
this,
sitting
right?
2.
I kind of like
Segovia's got
choking it
hammer.
off with this.
Laith Sandodamus explaining what Segovia's next shot will likely be. He's already figured it out. It's going to be that angle raise again.
Top 8 weight.
So he's asking for top 8 weight and do a chip raise, angle raise.
Yeah, it's a draw to there, basically.
If they're not careful, this could get away from him here. Sando.
Sando. It could get away from them. I don't understand how they're looking pretty dang good on this side.
At the moment, yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're not careful, they can. I don't think that I can see them get more than one, but I mean, Julie's got to do some serious damage control.
Well, reminder that it is Segovia with hammer. So this is positioned for a pretty good steal. This is going to over curl. He's going to take that one. Oh my gosh, it's going to remove the raise opportunity for that yellow and shut down the whole left side.
In sit 3. Oh my Lanta.
My gosh.
I mean,
my gosh.
How do you do it better than that, Kenny?
It was, that is a variance of 1 degree for the shot that was called.
Yeah.
But when you've got a skip like Lay Sando, given the shot that should be called right there, that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Segovia in a dilly of a pickle here, as she's going to continue to stick with the same idea. She needs to leave that. She needs to get that left side open. That right side is too locked up. There's too much red on the right side of that. So a big shot from Alyssa Parks. It comes out of the hand nicely. A nice stable slide. The sweepers are staying off it, but this has to bite. They're calling for a heavy sweep. Oh my gosh.
Who shot, Kenny? Kenny, who is shot?
That's yellow by a country mile.
What?
Admittedly, I don't know. That's my bias, personal biases breaking in.
This
But
is,
my goodness,
what
a shot. What a call
Yeah.
from the skip. You could hear them through the audio. Called them on really hard for just a moment, called them off, called them back on again.
Yeah.
That was what we call a precision precision team shot.
Teammate shot right there.
Team shot right there. Big shout out to Alyssa Parks for giving the right weight and the right line.
Just when Sean comes in with his tick raise to sit 3, Team Segovia comes in with the raise of their own to sit shot.
And again, another
arguably shot. I'm not sure who it is, but let's see if we can.
This is the last end, isn't
Let's see
it?
if we can listen in.
They have one more.
They have one more.
Yeah, so the worst.
If you're running anything, I think you're running that outer one. Yeah.
I mean, they're all the same risk.
I like this.
You do?
Yeah, that was my thought. Just a draw. Yeah, and I think we were talking how much this is curling. I think it's here, right? Okay.
There's shot, correct?
I think so. It's really close.
What do you like? The T-line, so it's got to be back for weight.
So as you listen into Lath and Sean talking about what shot that they're going to look, they think yellow is shot currently, so I think they're going to go with the draw, maybe a raise on their own. Lath with his first stone here.
Great line. How's the weight?
We're going to let them do their
Okay,
dance
whoa,
here.
Whoa, whoa. Kevin, close. Kevin. Okay, whoa.
Looking for the curl. Lath with his first stone, going for the raise.
Good throw.
And it's a Scotch Light.
Not enough.
It's a Scotch Light.
But at the same time, Kenny, no one knows who's shot right now.
Have we seen an indication from either skip? Is this going to come down to a measure, and they're both playing as is?
They're, and that's what you got to do, right? You just got to play as the other team, is shot, and I don't think that it is clear on who is shot. Kenny's going up for the close-up to see if he can see who it is. On the big screen, it does look yellow.
So
it does look
so
yellow.
a quick little check from your commentator Kenny Cook here as I went to take a look, and that is yellow sitting one. For my friends out there who are fans of full-bodied red wines, there are ports o'plenty on this. So
really,
there are ports aplenty. So there's an opportunity to go between those two reds. There's also an opportunity to go down the center line.
Kenny, here's what I'm worried about, though, is that if they're making a play on this stone right here, I don't think that they think they're shot.
I think they're calling for the port. They're going to go across center line and try and go to the left. This has to curl a country mile. This is not doing.
I honestly don't think that they think they're shot.
This is real heavy. What is it? What is this going to do? Oh my gosh, that needs to roll.
All right, let's turn up the microphone, see if we can hear it.
Crank it up, crank it up.
So, there's a wild one.
What?
With the outside one and drive 07. That kills this.
Yeah. So my only thought is, I actually still think this guy's probably your best bet. Maybe tap it up. The risk is she's playing this.
Well,
So no. That's her shot. So then the question is, you just go at that and potentially concede. It's still a measure on these two, so I don't know.
Do you ever do this?
She's still playing this though, and as long we're always, if we don't block that, we're always giving her back. I think you got to put something there. It's really close. I think so. She's always playing this though. Yeah, I think you got to cover this because no matter where you put this.
Y'all heading out?
Oh. I think that's the same thing as it.
Well, I mean, if we can get all that we can see, that's there.
Yeah, she's still playing this though.
But that's for one.
No, yeah, it's for one. I'm just saying if you cut that out, she doesn't have a shot for two. And she may not even have a shot for one. If we're
She's
shot.
got that long raise for two.
Keep the ball.
And what's the risk? Like really?
Yeah. I mean, if you go here, right?
Well, we've only got
Like, anything on this line is great.
okay.
All right, Kenny, we're back.
Oh my gosh, this
All right,
is
so
here's a gutsy call.
Here's the situation, Kenny.
Okay.
As everyone at home could hear what they were talking about, Sean, I think, has Lath convinced to throw the guard. They still don't have 100% confirmation
On either of those.
on who is shot. They know
Two's
it's
great.
coming down to the two that are in
Switch.
the top four.
Okay.
But yeah, they're throwing a guard. And
Both sweepers are off it.
yeah, they don't. They
Yeah, John.
This needs to
Yep,
stop
yep,
light.
yep.
Now it's okay.
Yep.
That's
Okay,
gonna
whoa,
plug up the
whoa,
port.
whoa, whoa.
Okay.
That's and that's what Sean convinced Lath to do, was throw the guard and make her make the play
Yep.
on whatever it is. But in my personal opinion, I don't know how, without making a miraculous shot, how yellow gets two.
You do have the straight run back, and that's exactly what they're looking at.
They're looking at that straight run back, right? So,
But we don't want to.
and if they make it,
move this over that way.
like
Tip of
hats
the
off.
cap.
Yep.
Tip
and
of the
you-
cap.
and
They're
you
gonna
gotta-
go
And you got to go with it. But I think that the boys were completely
smart.
yeah,
Smart. A veteran move to be able to apply the
Yep.
pressure, make the other team make the shot.
Yeah. One wise person once told me, "Don't make that shot for them."
So I really
You know,
just
so
put,
There you go.
like,
you know,
back and forth.
with them trying to pressure into that, I think that all that does is allow you to make that shot for Julie, to where now she's looking at winning the game rather than tying the game, and now it's going to come down to a measure to see if it's even tied or not.
Mm-hmm.
You and I can see from these cameras, it looks yellow. But what I will tell you, as being
The cameras are a bit askew, and it is a fisheye lens,
It's a
so we
fisheye
can't
lens,
can't trust it. I can tell you, Tony, that I did a little bit of sideline reporting
talk to me.
and snuck out there
Yes.
on the ice in the back, and with my one good eye,
Oh, okay.
it does look like yellow is a smidge inside. I think it's shot. Now, granted, I haven't been behind the glass all the last 2 days. And there's a reason why these guys and gals are on the other side. Words of encouragement from the front of the house, a little pat of the hands.
Here we go.
They're going to go for the straight run
Let's
back.
go.
Straight run back.
I
They
think-
need to nose
I
that
don't-
guard.
I don't think they're doing the run back, Kenny. Let's turn this up. Let's see what they got going.
Whoa! Close. Yep. Hard.
It's not going to port. This is run back. It's a run back. It's run back.
There you
It's
go.
going to get the nose. It's going to get the nose. Where does it go?
Oh my gosh.
Where does it go? Where does it go? Oh, it's a little short.
Yeah. So it's a measure. Brock, who is it? What do you think? Is that yellow?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're playing another end. So, are they measuring? Oh yeah, here comes the measure.
Oh, really?
Here we go.
Here comes the measure. Here, let's turn the on ice up.
Crank up the on ice audio. Daddy needs a new pair of shorts.
As long as it's
Monday morning quarterbacks abound.
Not yet. Well, I mean, sort of, kind of, not really.
Monday morning quarterbacks abound as everybody on the backside of the glass.
What is Sean doing? Oh, they left the third one in there just in case. Yellow to the middle.
Yellow one. Tie ball game. Tie ball game.
Kenny's excited. Yeah.
Bonus curling.
One yellow.
We got bonus curling.
Well, I wouldn't say bonus, but I mean, we are going into one last deciding end, tied up. Again, folks, what is at stake right now?
After an hour and 40, we're back to the very first end where Late Sando has hammer, and it is a tie game.
Tie game. Late Sando with a 3-0 record going up against Julie Segovia. Every team in this pool is watching this game right now. This has so many big implications on the way that this is going to play out. To see who goes to the playoffs for the Rocky Mountain Mile High Invitational 2023. This is crazy, Kenny.
Let's go.
Crazy.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
Great shot, Jess. Great shot.
And a dadgum Butte splitting the center line. Center guards drive the crowd wild.
So that was a 16.
Nothing gets the crowd more amped than center line guards.
Yes, showing it up right there. So I know what people out there are thinking. People are thinking, why not 8? Why not 8, Kenny? Have you told them about the clock? So we
did discuss this. We're going to chalk it up to, for those that join late, never let the ice crew set the draw schedule.
Or vice versa, always let the ice crew make the draw schedule, because there have been times where people have gotten 8 ends in. But we are tight here, just with as many teams that we have, as many draws as we have, and we're getting everyone out of here by 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Yep.
So, which is a bonus, right? So, we are everyone's under the gun as far as time is concerned. There's no breaks in between.
There are no breaks. The ice crew has really they've rolled deep.
Yes.
To use a term, as the kids say, they've had plenty of help here. And in the tight hour window that they have between draws, they have continued to keep this ice at top level. This stone over curling. It's a Scotch Light. I stand corrected. I stinking love that positioning. I stinking love it.
I guess if you don't have hammer,
correct. Correct.
I think now it's a race to the 4-foot, though.
That's correct. So Sando's going to do exactly that. He's going to ask for his lead. John Lambert.
Because if they're now sitting 1-2 under 2 guards,
then things escalate very quickly.
Yeah.
But
Segovia's got some moves to make.
But here's the beauty of curling: is there's a lot of stones to be thrown.
Yep.
So both these skips playing a little bit of chess. John Lambert with a beauty. It looks like he's going to be past the guard. This is going to be a promotion. He might split, and that is going to precariously sit wide out in the open. He is sitting 1 and 2.
Yep.
Segovia.
No, don't take the bait, bro. But I'm telling you,
she is sticking to her guns.
This is a race to the 4-foot.
Sticking to her guns.
Who's gonna get to the 4-foot first?
Big shot for Heather Cook.
Dude, nothing better than the rock gliding on the ice sound. I love it. I love that. Oh, Alyssa seems to
instantaneously. Alyssa, the inside sweeper, really digging in.
Whoa.
She's making sure it's past the guard. Oh, it's starting to bite.
Whoa. What a shot.
Oh my gosh, it's past the guard. Now where does it stop? Where does it stop? And to your point, Tony,
race
to the 4-foot, and Heather Cook with a dadgum dime.
And now you see Lath
cleared things out.
He's got hammer.
And the pressure has been applied.
Those rocks
open
gotta
up the
go.
front of the house.
Those rocks got to go.
Kevin Roberts, I got to tell you, one of the best games I've seen him curl
Yeah.
in a long time. He has been absolutely lights out. Draws, hits, guards.
Yep.
He's got it all. Total
He-
package.
I also like. I dig the pre-shot routine. It's taken me 7 ends to kind of point this out, but
the sassy spin.
the sassy spin. He's got the club twirl going on, or the.
This is curling. He's going to go 1-2. He's going to go 1-2. 1 and 2.
Yes, he is.
Is it going to sit? Is it going to sit?
No.
No, he's just been lights out.
In the golf industry again, she gone.
She gone. She gone. He has been absolutely lights out. So, Heather Cook, a big shot here. Segovia. This is so much fun to watch. I got to tell you.
This is what makes these events, why people come from Mexico. Team India's here.
India.
We got Detroit in the house. We got Potomac in the
We got
house.
Potomac. We got a Canadian team. We got a handful
Houston.
of Canadians.
We got Dallas.
Houston and Texas.
They're
Yep.
all here in Colorado because they know that the competition is going to be top notch.
Invite only, sir.
You have to.
Invite only. You got to know a guy.
Yep, well,
you got to know a gal.
You don't have to know a guy. You just got to play with the guy.
Heather Cook with a beauty guard.
Great guard.
Beauty guard.
And guess what Lace going to do?
Continue to move rocks. This will come down to skip stones. Little tap on the shoulder. For those of y'all don't know, that is normal.
Lead, shot. Sean, curl.
Oh boy.
Hard curl.
Oh boy.
Get the outside of it. Get the outside of it.
This has really got a curl, or it's going to get past the guard, and this might be. He does chip the guard. No, little risky. A gasp. Gasp goes across the crowd.
Even when he misses, he still makes the shot.
That's a happy miss.
I mean,
again, I mentioned this in the fifth end. I really appreciate late Sando as a skip giving the calls that have an opportunity to have happy misses. That variance. If when you're this tight, if your shooter is going to be an inch inside, is it disaster or is it okay? An inch outside, is it disaster or okay? Picking the lines that give you an opportunity to do a lot of different things.
I also feel like he's like biting off his thumb right now with his hand on his.
That thumbnail is gone.
And now he's just giving the old Lake Lando stare from the back of the house.
All right,
Notice
here we
there's
go.
no one. Oh, now he's stretching.
Oh, now he's a little.
There might be Mortal Kombat coming. Who knows?
Vice Stones here. Vice Stones, Alyssa Parks, the third for Team Segovia, is in the house looking for a draw. Even a guard is great. They'd love a 3. They'd love a 3 right here.
Just junk. They need it
As
up
long
front.
as it's a
Oh,
foot and a half to the right. This can't over curl. Now they're wanting it to. This is going to snap and
fine.
finish,
They're
and
fine.
it's
They're fine.
beautiful.
They're fine.
And it's beautiful.
They're fine.
It's exactly
They're
where
fine.
she wanted it.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
We're all fine. Everybody at home watching, you're fine too.
Here it comes.
It's too good of a guard. It's too good of a guard. And Late Sando says that's got to move.
I know. I've always been the fan of, it's an issue when the other team plays on it. Like,
that's when you know you hit it.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back.
Even if it's just the one, it's fine.
Yeah.
That was a healthy swig.
Sean, on line.
Look at this.
This is
Double. Oh, just missed.
just missed. He was trying, which is a.
That's okay.
That's
Again, keeping the middle clear.
Again, just saying, all right, if you get the shot, great. There's a couple of different variances that are all going to be okay.
Because if this thing over
Overcurls,
a scotch,
you're in trouble.
Yep. You guarantee you that you will see Sean Franny come with like a little downweight tapper, just pump that thing to the back of the house and have red sit 1, 2, and 3 with hammer undercover.
Again, a big pressure shot for Vice, Alyssa Parks, as she needs to do the exact same thing.
Good team communication.
Yeah, nonverbal as well.
It does help.
Oh, this is over curling. It cannot hog. Oh, did it pick?
Oh no.
Did that pick?
We're looking for it.
Oh my gosh, it picked. Look at all of them. Some pocket sand arrives in the last in, and Alyssa Park's necessary guard picks and dies for a hog, and now
That's unfortunate.
that's
No one likes to see that. So
you hate to see it.
and
It
here
is a
comes-
part of the game.
It is a part of the game.
At this level, at the rookie level, at club level, and even in the Olympics, there are picks. My gosh.
Balls, Kevin. Balls, Kevin.
Yep, that's unfortunate.
Oh my gosh, that breaks my heart. Now is this gonna
It
spill
opens
a
it
little
wide
bit?
up.
There's some stuff to hide on.
Yep. Okay, here's the deal, Kenny. When something like that happens, you as a team have to overcome the adversity.
I gotta tell you.
Make those shots.
Yeah, I can tell you, having the inside scoop, sideline reporting on Team Segovia.
Talk to me.
Their
would know.
mental toughness.
Yeah, you are Cook. Heather Cook is Cook.
I belong to her.
Yeah.
I can tell you that the mental toughness of this team is top notch. They talk about it. They preach nonstop about mental toughness and being a goldfish, focusing on your shot. Comes all the way from top down. Their coach Greg Major. They got to forget about that shot, and this is a big one right here. Julie Segovia is going to try and draw. Oh, let's see.
Hey, hang on. Let's see if we can hear this.
They'll pick it. Unless you still want to go behind it. Like this right here? Yeah. I mean, if you know the line. It's easy. Go back. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, do what you know. Here we go. Do what you know.
There's some contemplation right there.
Yeah,
Kenny.
they were thinking
Just,
about
like
they were
what
thinking
shot-
about the freeze.
Yeah.
So they discussed doing the freeze on the other line, but this is the line that Segovia and company have done
She feels like she
for the
knows
last
it.
4 or 5. So they definitely know what they're looking for here.
Kenny,
Yeah.
we just had a rock pick on this, right?
Drink.
We just brooms down.
Yep. Yep.
A tick.
Where's it gonna go? Okay, it's a freeze. It's a freeze on the wrong side, though. Oh my gosh, it hurts. It hurts.
That's just that's unfortunate. With Shane Stevenson losing, and if Sando's able to pull this out, this pretty much gives him a clear-cut path into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
For the A event.
They will be A event, number 1 seed. They'll go 4-0.
Really good. Like maybe 2 feet.
Nothing's done yet. Still a tie game
They
with.
still have to play Shane Stevenson, which also means
They got to play Sean Stevenson. We don't know who will show up.
Yes, we're looking for Sean Stevenson,
Exactly.
but yeah, not Shane Stevenson.
Heather Cook running across the face here, maybe doing a little bit of mind games there.
That's
You know.
possible, but yeah, maybe putting that hex. Is it the hex?
Just it's not quite spooky season, but hoping for a Halloween.
I guarantee she just saw something. The spirit of curling. There's no one that
She's cleaning the rock,
that's- there's
cleaning
no
the
one-
draw path for
yeah, there's no one that
for the
wants
other
it more
skip.
than Heather.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Out of the hand, they like it. Sweepers are off it. This looks a scotch heavy.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh, this could be deep.
It's definitely deep.
Kenny, what's that noise? What's that noise,
Oh
Kenny?
my gosh, is that a door ajar? Is that
Kenny,
a creek?
What is that noise?
There is backing. There is backing.
That is a door opening.
There is backing, and this is the exact same line call.
Better that than a guard.
Oh my gosh, let's go! Let's go!
Kenny, here's the question, right?
I got an answer.
You have hammer. How do you not just rip both those two front rocks?
I don't.
Right there?
I don't know. You're a little too pretty, I think. A little too pretty.
Yeah. So, this most definitely offers Julia an avenue.
There is a path for sure.
And
So
there
it is a draw. She wants to get all the way to center line. She's got to sneak by that guard. She will have backing.
Not on this line. Not the sit shot. This is her last rock. She has to get this to the full 4 foot to be shot.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's no backing. There's no backing.
She's going to try and get to center line. Out of the hand, it's floating wide.
Always curl. Get in there, ladies. Get in there. Come
Oh,
on.
gosh.
Both of
It's
you.
got to curl a country mile. The weight's nice. The weight's really nice. Come on. Come on.
Ouch. That's the sentiment all the way across. Good attempt by Julia. Little unfortunate on the picked rock there.
Super unfortunate.
And,
And we're not going to, and we will not sit here and say that was
The end of the game.
the end of the game by no means. Both of these teams, tip of the cap.
Yep. What a great game.
Just
How did-
literal edge of our seats the entire
There's
time.
no
here.
doubt about that. And what time is it, Kenny? We are sitting here at 10:20 at night. We've had a full day of great
Full
curling.
day of curling.
And guess what we got tomorrow?
A full day of
More
curling.
curling.
baby.
In fact, we'll be back at 8 o'clock. Well, we won't be back. I'll be back curling on the ice
I could
at
be
8
talked
o'clock.
into being here.
Yeah, we could, we could do that. But we're lights out, buddy. Great game. We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, continued red carpet from the Denver Curling Club, DCC. Shout out to the ice crew. Shout out to the teams here in the Texas Shootout. Comes down to Skip Stones in the last end. And it was a game of inches. So big shout out, tip of the cap to Lathe Sando and company. Sorry, Nick Myers, that you got booted from your own team. Tip of the cap to Julie Segovia and company. Lights out all night long. Just a phenomenal game of curling. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. And good night. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.
God bless America.
And God bless America.
Yeah.